In the vibrant village of Kwame, the air is thick with the sounds of drums and laughter as the villagers prepare for the annual festival honoring their ancestors. The village is nestled in a lush valley, surrounded by towering mountains and dense forests. The people of Kwame are proud of their heritage, with each member playing a vital role in preserving their culture and traditions. Traditional huts, adorned with colorful patterns and symbols of the ancestors, dot the landscape, and the villagers dress in brightly colored garments made from Kent cloth, reflecting the rich history of their people. Kunto, the son of Chief Obina, is at the heart of the preparations. He is eager to fulfill his duties and honor the ancestors who have protected the village for generations. Kunto is a humble and kind young man, always putting the needs of others before his own. His father, the chief, is proud of him and believes that Kunto will one day be a great leader. However, not everyone shares in the joy of the festival. Ajani, Kunto's cousin, watches with envy as Kunto is praised by the villagers. Ajani has always desired the power and respect that comes with being the chief's son. He resents Kunto for being favored by the villagers and fears that he will never be able to step out of Kunto's shadow. As the festival begins, Nkiru, the wise elder, notices the dark cloud of jealousy that hangs over Ajani. She warns him that envy and disrespect for the ancestors will bring nothing but sorrow. But Ajani brushes off her words, determined to prove himself as a leader in his own right. As the sun sets, the village gathers around the sacred baobab tree, believed to be the resting place of their ancestors. The tree is ancient, its roots deep in the earth, connecting the living to the spirits of the past. Every year, a sacred ritual is performed under the tree to honor their ancestors and ensure their protection over the village. Nkiru, as the guardian of the village's traditions, leads the ceremony. This year, however, something goes wrong. Ajani, in his jealousy and impatience, decides to perform the ritual in secret the night before, hoping to gain the favor of the ancestors for himself. He takes the sacred items from Nkiru's hut and performs the ritual without proper guidance or respect for the traditions. In his haste, he makes grave errors, angering the spirits. The next morning, during the official ceremony, the villagers feel a sudden chill in the air, and the once vibrant baobab tree begins to wither. The sky darkens, and a sense of dread falls over the village. Nkiru immediately realizes what has happened. The ancestors are angry, and the village is now cursed. Crops begin to fail, the rivers dry up, and strange illnesses spread among the people. The once thriving village of Kwame is now on the brink of destruction. Kunto, heartbroken by the devastation, turns to Nkiru for guidance. She reveals the truth about Ajani's actions and the consequences they have brought upon the village. Kunto knows that he must find a way to appease the ancestors and save his people, but the path ahead is fraught with danger and uncertainty. With the village in despair, Kunto decides to embark on a journey to the sacred mountains, where it is said that the spirits of the most powerful ancestors reside. He hopes to plead with them to lift the curse and restore balance to Kwame. Nkiru, knowing the dangers that lie ahead, gives Kunto a talisman for protection and a map that leads to the ancient shrine hidden deep within the mountains. As Kunto prepares to leave, Ajani, consumed by guilt and fear, secretly follows him. Ajani is torn between his jealousy and his desire to make things right. Along the way, the two cousins encounter various challenges: treacherous terrain, wild animals, and the spirits of the ancestors themselves, who test their resolve. During the journey, Kunto and Ajani are forced to confront their differences. Kunto's unwavering determination and courage begin to change Ajani's heart. Ajani realizes that his jealousy and ambition have brought nothing but suffering to his family and his village. The bond between the cousins strengthens as they work together to overcome the obstacles in their path. After days of travel, they finally reach the shrine. The shrine is a magnificent structure, built into the side of a mountain and adorned with ancient symbols and carvings. Kunto steps forward to speak with the spirits, offering his apologies on behalf of the village and asking for their forgiveness. As Kunto presents his case to the spirits, the shrine begins to glow with a mysterious light. The spirits, appearing as ethereal figures, emerge from the carvings on the walls. They are the ancient ancestors of Kwame, wise and powerful, but also stern and unforgiving. They listen to Kunto's plea, but before they can decide, they put both Kunto and Ajani to the test. The spirits create illusions of their deepest fears and regrets. Kunto is forced to confront the possibility of failing his village, seeing visions of Kwame in ruins and his people suffering. Ajani, on the other hand, is faced with the consequences of his jealousy, visions of his own downfall, losing everything he once desired, and being alone in a desolate world. The spirits watch as the cousins struggle with their fears. Kunto, driven by his love for his people, manages to overcome his doubts. He sees through the illusion, realizing that as long as he fights with a pure heart, he can restore his village. Ajani, however, struggles more with his inner demons. The visions torment him until he breaks down, admitting his mistakes and asking for forgiveness. Seeing Ajani's genuine remorse and Kunto's unwavering resolve, the spirits decide to lift the curse, but not without a price. They demand that Ajani dedicate his life to serving the village, putting the needs of others before his own. The ancestors also give Kunto a sacred artifact, the Amulet of Restoration, to take back to Kwame. Kunto and Ajani return to Kwame as heroes, bearing the Amulet of Restoration. The villagers, who have been suffering under the curse, gather in the village square, hopeful for salvation. Nkiru, who has kept the village's faith alive, welcomes them back and leads the final ceremony to restore the village. As Kunto places the Amulet of Restoration at the base of the withered baobab tree, a powerful surge of energy flows through the village. The tree begins to bloom once again, its branches reaching toward the sky. The sky clears, the rivers flow, and the crops start to grow. The curse is lifted, and the village is saved. Ajani, now humbled and filled with a sense of duty, pledges his life to serving the village. He no longer desires power for its own sake but instead seeks to protect and uplift his people. Kunto, having proven his courage and leadership, is celebrated as the future chief, with the full support of the village. The story ends with a grand celebration in Kwame, as the villagers honor their ancestors and give thanks for their renewed prosperity. The baobab tree stands as a symbol of their resilience, a reminder of the importance of respecting traditions and the wisdom of the elders.